Hello again. But in my address here in Buenos Aires, you know, I just went around some blocks around from that subway I used to be in. I walked some blocks around to reaching out a bus, but first the bus there with justice parties, US, especially Israel, requested by got a bus, Your Honors of Supreme Court of Justice in Aden, Hebron, which are under threat and suffering too much for this all. I made then a photo session, and that photo session seems to be like it were 89,000 degenerados argentinos saying that they were picturing me while they were oversexing me. And especially perras degeneradas of Cristina Kirchner vaginitis PFA, which permanently, like I said, are destroying my devices, my software, obstinately shit heads, saying that they has rights. And there's to saying, of course, shit heads. About to damaging enough and taking what I'm doing or what I've done. So I once again used my Android and I made them in a very daylight at the sunlight in the same public way in Palermo Woodlands, in a park not at the side of the lakes, but before to cross by Sarmiento Avenue, which I didn't. Just in that place where is the Glorieta and that pergola, which is really deplorable, the place how it is, where are two families of homeless or homelesses, but a group of trees, palms, in a monticle of ground right beside the Glorieta, in a very dirt artificial lake, where the other side maintenance is improper in the whole of the way. Like this them health city produces and gives, with the burden of victims, innocence and afforded. And suddenly, perrada degenerada, vaginitis, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, started saying they taken pictures to me and I stolen them. Started saying that I were internated again and I escaped. Started saying again that I were in jail and I were oversexed and happy for. And I supposedly signated them the whole yesterday night, the whole night, and the whole today, documents that never existed. And never were at the reality of like we're just published in front of the semi-United Nations telling that they know what to do And they were dealing with a supposed organized crime that it's supposed to be associated with my person trading them. Basura degenerada, perras manipuladoras criminales. And Kirschners, like them with them. Perras degeneradas manipuladoras descaradas. Genocidas, criminal de todo rango, de toda clase. Mierda abominable. At the fact of this all, I were just making my own for a session that I wish I can share with a friend of mine, or a couple of. While the soul just done what it done. And the clear fact of this, I just done, I shared. I love you, God. I love you, baby. Shem. I love you, cielito. Cielito lindo de los corazones. Love you. Love you both. I love you, Moshe. I love you. The three of you. I love you. Aiden. Ravi. Bake. Heidi. Shaik. Ofra. Hayal. Sarid. Efrat. Aya. Love you, Nate. Jonathan. Ben. Liran. Borat. You know, let's having this moment. Love you, Matt, Salim, Barbara, Goldie, Beth, John, Shelts. Love you all, Justice Buddies. Your runners. Mr. President. Well, you know, after this session, that supposedly I cannot be capable of nothing, forgive me. That I supposedly have no capacity for nothing. Mierda abominable genocidades, forgive me the word, are. Mierda abominable insuperable. No hay más abominable mierda que Kirschners-Oficialismo y toda su maldita Fuerza Armada de Sodoma, Gomorra, abominable degeneración. Nunca se halló en la historia de la humanidad. And at the reality of the soul, we came on talking with Justice Buddies, Israel. And while came on talking with Justice Buddies, Israel, Yorona wondered and wanted to know if I will ever produce a light artifact, home light artifact. How will I do? And we were talking about that, and we're registered in Australia, in US, in Europe Union, and especially in Israel, and also in Russia, and in Japan. So I told them how to, using tools with a simple decorative base, can be ceramic or glass crystal, and how to produce the perforation, right, the drilling, for the putting half inches screw for light, which is a pipe supplement with the simple screw over the supplements for the same light sock screwing, or any other adapting for this to be by pin, this to be DMC, DRE, halogen, BIDMC connectors. So there are these socks and these elements that you can use and manufacture with supporting, making the right montaging for this base to having the right place and inside the lamp, so you making a very steel cable with the whole of the elements and implements for you to make it hold right to the ceiling with a simple base, putting it inside of the light box right in the ceiling, hanging, and making the right subtle delegated connection. You have a very simple lamp, homemade, if you know how to handle tools and what kind of a tools. It cannot be any one. There is specific one to doing this, and you gotta be careful to not hurt yourself and not breaking it. So you gotta know how to using it. So in the middle of this, after this, we were talking about how to designing some light, home light, decorative or deco artifacts. And I gave about this, how to also a special device supplement. So there is at the construction a very object on construction area inside the box of lights. So there is a very special already. So putting a press up, pushing up and gets stuck. And whenever you push down, opens and releases and holds until 17 to 21 kilos weight. So suddenly this is registered as well in Israel, US, Russia, Australia, European Union. And it's something I gave. And with this also the designing. And while this, here in Argentina, the same perrada degenerada Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas, perrada sucia, ladrones degenerados, genocidas, criminales, violadores, asesinos, psicópatas, perras diablas, like with the rest all, making through, and perrada degenerada Kirchner saying, but are you sure it's yours? Did he stolen you? Conscious about what they do, theatralizing perras diablas degeneradas, opportunistic shit, like always done, to making up and having shares. Pedazos de degenerados, hijos de mil pacta. And in the middle of this all, Grama plefeja jalisheja lekimitzimaplo tuacham. ¿Cómo te atreves? How you turn? This is registered. Oh, we done it first, and we have the capacity we done, and he's telling to us what we have been doing. How you turn to saying he's stealing you, because of where the term stealing. Geldflechatzechi, stolen, steals. Stealing, but stealing. All right. Geldflechlechit esachlechim betzelem. I don't care. Nunca en tu vida, never in your life, you have done nothing like this. How you turn to saying he's stolen you, while he were doing this for so long ago, and even he were making lamps, and he were working in this and studied this, and he makes electricity and also made in the hole that he said. I don't care, because if I have his capacity, his mind and everything, and because of evangelics given to me, given to us, which is exactly what they do, profaning witchcraft that generates living off. Perras diablas degeneradas, and that's the way I put them that. I done it first, belongs to me. He does something, and he still has by man control. With everything makes exactly this, and to everybody. And terror to doing to Amia. Before I to say this, and I to get up on a bus and coming right over here, I just passed by, through this, in front of this park, Avenue, side to side, Libertador. I saw a van of Gendarmería Nacional. I'm going to tell you one thing. This BLYTT, which is not exactly the pronunciation, this BLYTT, shit excrement, redundant, but to get confirmed it is. It is, sorry. Shit. Cristina Kirchner officialism, armed forces, Peronism, with the pardon of few. Excrement, rotten, shittest of the whole shit. To telling the definition over BLYTT shall be pa'aku, hapa'aks. Then, at the point of this, just were a fact. Were that then with 12 Tupsakrubu Irechnat Gendarmería Nacional. And every time this pieces of shit comes around, is for they to go to rape people, especially Jews. And you know, the greed of the perra degenerada never stopped, and she wants everything. The same perrada degenerada, oscura y muerta como el infierno. Oficialismo and its Sodoma Gomorrah are exactly this. And they are capable of anything for the greed of them deaths. Shada. Then at the clear fact of this all came the reality of the BLYTT vachta chalekime chenevesinim. Gibot chamablecha chalish kemablecha remablechiviskiti. And we're raping 8 Jewish families. And I already taken them all away. All. And this happens because of viciada perra degenerada Cristina Kirchner, viciada perra Zaffaroni, viciada perra Fernández, Aníbal Fernández, viciada perra Russell needs this to be done, while since viciadas perras degeneradas with phallus and vagina, glancitis, vaginitis, Sodoma Gomorrah, to raping our people and our people defenses, they says Jewish terrorism, like always we're doing, pedazo de taz del infierno. And since tazos degenerados mayores. Should I say the word trolitos gendarmería? Trolazos degenerados. And in the middle of this all, we're doing exactly this. Raping. Because of they says gotta be done. Because of between them fraternal, they are all nice, all sympathy, all congenially for the super beloved trouser, but we only have sex and gives pleasure to the ones that shares with us. We don't give sex because of the worth us. And the sacrifice cannot having pleasure, because if we don't give pleasure the sacrifice, we just cup and we do the job. And you know what? Gendarmería Nacional es una viciada degenerada mierda. Trolos y trolas degenerados como ningún otro. Deformes mierdas abominables alimañas. Muertos por la eternidad. Especially expertises of trola CFK. With them. And also trains to train to show nice face, sympathy, respect, order, trustable. Trust me, I make you hocus pocus, I take your heart, you feel mine, I'm your friend. national security techniques, emotional intelligence. You are the friends. And the ones that makes justice and show the shit, trolos degenerados, trolas abominables, you are, yes, the enemy. And you are genocide on the whole of the population that knows you and says enough to you, until terrorism against the state subversive, because of they need to kill you for they to survive. The same I'm doing, putting you dead, but not murder, execution. Trolas, trolos. Then, and a clear fact of this, this is happening in the whole of UNASUR, the Kirchner's law. Whenever Federal Police of Argentina or any sinister of any cop is around, Gendarmeria gotta take condition and research and see what it's doing with. Research this bit. Sorry, yeah. Damn, shall I say the word which is not English? Bitch. Research this, whore. Gad gelibit ma blefecha geli, rema blefecha bospota lachnia, ramaleviki spota blechevet spotla me blechevet spotla de genim, ria blefecha watsabel vechivet spota blefechalki matlavet spota, rema blechadivi spotla blecheni mata heliki me blesim, rima blefocho watsabel fetivi spota heliki matlefeshugo halak, rema blefechivi spota blechima blechdius kafelechan, maseliki shobolachtichini. Is it that? Releki vile foter relete baki kishbata macha haliki minevo romel vechvis vite vel focha der spatach lokumatsum. And this is not exactly a patriot. This is not exactly a nation. They place they are. They illusory self ideas of. And I remind you, bitch, you are damn hell one. Sorry people, forgive me. United Nations already said, you are no nation, no state, no patriot, and you have no rights. United Nations already told you get out, and your UNASUR ain't no United Nations unless government of the world. Damn bitch. Got it. Trola. You keep on genociding, and not like I tell you. And you keep on forwarding with the whole shit invention of the ADDRESS you always were. Damn of hell. Reventaditi hija de perra. גלפות חמל פלחד ישקל חליבי חימקח לבצחה שחלכים גבלות וaxel וחדי בספות וaxel חלשך נמת. I'm going to give it something for you to see and understand what is this. The problem is this. I advise you first of all, you to security. You understand who are and who are not for trust. Example. At the US, you understand Jens Kellner. At the Europe, you understand Ron Iges. At Russia, BLYTT. With much others, but understanding for the security institutional. Israel is okay, but our problem is outside. That is what we suffer. South Africa, Ma'ab Ta'alok. And the rest of Africa, this is a very mess. Yel Ayase can really be a supporting infrastructurally at security with care, supporting and helping. Lady America is a mess all the time. UNASUR is a batuboloat ratabalkimi taproswa are permanently doing this. High advice, warning, care. China is clear. Japan is clear. Thailand is a mess. Malaysia is clear. Australia and New Zealand are clear. Polynesia, clear. And we keep still having problems around, and serious ones. Alright, keep this for you to understand also the precautions, because of this is nudity. So, I am not offering porn. I am putting evidences at the screen. And the evidences that I show you is not porn. Yes, pure destruction violence, which it is massive rapes with mutilations, destructions, torture, murder, and all class of fun abominations, because of that's what the hell animal does to our people. And I need you to understand that this is not a joke or something like I make up or send to do. Like parrada degenerada trolas evangelistas argentinas thirst to saying I do. Malditas diablas enfermas y muertos con todos ellos, porque ellos lo soportan y les dan para que hagan. Including thirst to saying that they pretended to play cad authorities. They Atalara Marus Uba will ever have rights given to giving me and us, which not in dreams, them sorry bitches of hell and of Sodoma. Not in your goddamn bitchy dreams, in your hell, basura degenerada. Belflecha dishkaf alechi, forgive me the terms, please. I give it this. https www RDMDIDFT middle BODRMCTF 3834-31389 89 again BRMCTOFTD 6164 middle cis middle BELAC. This is UVEHELK 119.90 https www BXTORD BMDO middle cis middle Belker middle RDMCTO 3834 and Belker is BELKER DMD 4348.90 https www MODRMDOCBO 384381 MD1 MD3 BMC middle cis middle Tulam TOLLAHM B 384.90 and https www Poder UNASUR, técnicas de enseñanza, formas de enseñar y muestras de qué es lo que se tiene que hacer y hacer con el amor y con el amar. Allah, sorry the word puta, middle BRMCTF, middle DMCTODRDMCFT, middle DMC, middle Policía Federal Argentina, círculos de oficiales y suboficiales, círculos de oficiales y suboficiales de las Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, middle Inteligencia Argentina, middle Cámara, Secretaría y Ministerio de Seguridad Nacional de Defensa y el Interior, middle DRMC, middle Evangelistas Unidos, middle BRMDF, Secretaría de Seguridad Paranormal Argentina, Técnicas, Poder, Gloria y Soberanía, middle ODRMCF 4143, middle cis middle AFAL. A UIFFHAL 3431.int Systems Recall F6. Last bleed and collective Vectaria is in New York, last key and cleaner my site. This is still December 15th, 2014, 2011, Buenos Aires. And I never stopped to the lyring. You sure that I am the one that the liar is? 5 minutes talking, the expertise told us, and only we follow what the president of Argentina says, and you have a title you set for the being mental health. And you studied for the being the top, the one to know. And you keep the precepts of a very ill whore of hell, Cristina Kirchner, to tell you the very trolos y trolas, because of has a uniform of government pretended to be expertise as being a damn hell shit, to tell you what is like mental health. For you to take in 3 minutes talking with one that gotta be processed meat in the future, and you coins and opposed to it on but let's sing the right Argentina, enfundada en una gran maldita degenerada del infierno sodomita, for you to having power and be on top of the world. Prostitutas de cuarta, Bordalviar Piñeiro, cuerpo médico forense with the pardon of you. Perra degenerada, who the liars. Maldita perra degenerada, genocida mercader. 2013, sorry, Alejandro Mario Blanco Redemi.